Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater, and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms, and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids, and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her, and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God. That woogie-woo, something. Know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that woogie-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running. Swear to God, nigga. What's the deal, y'all? We're Trapper tapping in TNN Trap News Network. We back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you use, that good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college with, dog. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the good subscribe button for everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use, that knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. Tap in with that tap in. If you ain't tapped in with that good, tap in with everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. And we would love for y'all to be a part of this Trap News Network family. Hit us up on Instagram, TRAPNEWS, NETWORX. If you would like to be a Trap News Network correspondent, hit us up, man. We would love to have you on the team. We bring you this story with a little bit of sorrow because YouTube has gone too far, man. A man was live and he was assassinated live on YouTube by one of his ops from the YouTube space. I say this all the time. Y'all like to play in the chat. Y'all like to ha ha he he. Y'all like to this. Y'all like to that. Y'all like to antagonize. You don't know who you're playing with, bro. You don't know who you're playing with. You don't know how they like to play. So with all that being said, you know, I tell people all the time, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Sometimes the person is trying to get you to leave them alone out of fear of what they're going to do for you, to you, not out of fear of what you're going to do to them. And here you have this dude who essentially has been unalived because he was playing, and the dude who he was playing with wasn't playing back, and now he's no longer with us. So we finna jump into this counter. God bless the family. God bless everybody involved. Shout out to my man, Urban Politicians. We finna get into this counter. Let's go.
As we speak, police have arrested a suspect in the deadly Las Vegas Strip shooting just moments ago. They announced the arrest of Manuel Ruiz in connection to the double homicide. This happened Sunday, just before 11 p.m. local time, right there near the Bellagio Hotel's iconic fountain. A live stream actually captures the moment when gunshots ring out and it sent tourists running in terror. We should warn you that some of the images here are disturbing. NBC News correspondent Sam Brock joins us now. Sam, what do we know about this suspect?
So we know there was a manhunt that was going on, Morgan, for about 11 hours until 5 or 10 minutes ago. We found out from police in the area that Manuel Ruiz, 41 years old, turned himself in, walked into the police station. He has been detained. He now, according to police, faces 2 different charges: open murder with a deadly weapon, 2 of them. What that means is they're not specifying the degree of homicide, first degree, second degree manslaughter. It's going to be up to a jury to decide that. But there was a live streamed video of a murder that was perpetuated on Las Vegas Boulevard, the middle of the Strip, as you said, the Bellagio, which is one of these just landmark places in Las Vegas. And you're watching in real time on YouTube as a murder is executed. And you actually got a very good look at his face in that video. I'm not sure if it was in the portion of the clip that we showed, but police clearly were able to identify who they were looking for. They also added, Morgan, that there was a history online with some sort of social media feud between him and one of the victims. There were 2 victims in this case.
I mean, the fact that it was live streamed is what I think is just kind of like head scratching in 2025. And it also shows you, though, what a key piece of the investigation something like that is, right?
It must have helped investigators. But ironically, it was not necessarily what led to this man's arrest. It was the fact that he had turned himself in. But I also think
Kamari Skerra is live on the Strip with what we've learned so far. Kamari.
Ozzy, a suspect is now in custody in connection to that double homicide that happened just here on the Las Vegas Strip. 41-year-old Manuel Ruiz turned himself into Henderson police this morning. Police say they knew who they were looking for. They have not identified the victims, but the shooting was on a live YouTube stream from a man calling himself Finney the Legend. Police say Ruiz and the victims had a personal dispute. Investigators say the conflict unfolded over several social media platforms. Officers were on routine patrol when they heard gunshots and rushed toward the area where they found 2 people with gunshot wounds on the sidewalk. Both victims were pronounced dead at the scene. Now, Ruiz does face 2 counts of open murder with a deadly weapon. Reporting on the Las Vegas Strip, Kamari Skerra.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politician.
I want to say this, man. A lot of us do a lot of playing on YouTube. A lot of us do a lot of ha-ha, he-he on YouTube. And then you want to tell the other person how to respond to your disrespect. Everybody's not playing. Everybody's not going. And keep in mind, we're all strangers. Despite how you see us interact with each other online, despite what you might see in podcasts, we all know each other the same way through this podcast, YouTube space. You okay, little boy? Harper. You okay?
Yeah.
You hit your head?
And my lip.
You okay? Okay. Everybody in this YouTube space, we don't know each other like that. We're all getting to know each other. We're all meeting each other through each other. So, you know, you're essentially dealing with the mental capacities and the mental states and the mental health of strangers. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you do. Be careful how you play. You never know who's going to take things to the next level because in their mind, that's an appropriate response to the disrespect that you gave to them. It's not a game out here. It's not to be played with out here. And now we have 2 people with their lives lost all over a social media spat. And I'm sure it could have been prevented. And I'm sure it was just content when it started. But it often starts with somebody playing too much or making comments or being funny or being disrespectful. And everybody's not going to match the disrespectful words. And now we have 2 people who are gone. You have a man who's about to do life in the penitentiary and all that kind of stuff over something that, you know, probably could have been avoided. But let's keep going.
So you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in. And first and foremost, I do want to send condolences to the entire family of Finney the Legend and also his wife, Bubbly. As y'all seen right there, they were both shot and killed last night on the Las Vegas Strip. And for their loved ones, people that dealt with them on the day-to-day, I don't know if they had children or not, but anybody affected that is dealing with this loss and them getting that phone call and receiving this news, most definitely condolences, prayers up. God bless their souls and may they rest in peace. And I had a links in the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning from NBC Las Vegas and Channel 8 as I start to see this break into the news, and I'm like, wow. And I'm gonna also get into a write-up in just a second to kind of go over things again as more reports do come out, as more people put more information tied to the history of these issues and stuff on the internet right now. But I don't want to put that video up. It's all over the internet of it happening in real time on stream as they were streaming out there. Plus, you gotta know, if you're at the Bellagio on the Las Vegas Strip, it's cameras at every red light. It's people all on their phones, hotels. You just captured in real time on anything like this. And that guy wasn't thinking in that moment. This is going to be a premeditated murder. Sin City Manny Wise, there's documentation of the feud, the beef that they was having back and forth. Strikes were set on channels, they into it, and he was streaming himself before letting it be known that he was looking for them and things like that. The taunting, and it turned into this, which it's never worth it at all. Either way, we lost 2 lives. Then this dude right here is going to prison for life more than likely because of the simple fact, bro, this is a premeditated murder. You walked up on him, walked past them, turned around and start shooting or whatever, and then you kill a man's wife in cold blood. That's just never gonna fly, dog. And it can't be something that people take this serious. And this is why I move and speak the way that I speak. I'm not on this internet threatening nobody. I will defend myself if I got to defend myself, nigga. That just goes without saying. I don't think nobody is just letting somebody dog them out or treat them like less than. But when people be getting into these things and I'm going to pull up to you, I'm going to do this, I do that, I just be like, hey, bro, don't play with me. I'm a grown man. I don't do the playing on the internet. I don't do the character stuff because you don't never know what nobody else is going through. You don't know how it's nobody feeling. Defend what you stand for. Defend who you are as a man and as a human. But sitting up here just engaging in these type of things and you think other people playing, I know niggas ain't playing already because I've been seeing that my whole life that niggas ain't playing. People is not playing. Now, I don't think that this warranted it to go to this level at all, and it's for definitely not worth it. And then the families going through it right now ain't worth it at all. For somebody to have to lose their life and spend the rest of your life in prison, unacceptable. As the write-up says this. The shooting happened at 10:40 p.m. Pacific time on Sunday when a local YouTuber known as Finney the Legend was live streaming his walk along the Las Vegas Strip, accompanied by a woman believed to be his partner. While streaming at the Bellagio fountains, another man believed to be fellow YouTuber Sin City Manny Wise, also known as Sin City Family, walked past them in the background, not appearing to notice them. Seconds later, the man reappeared in the camera's view while being confronted by the woman. He then pulled out a pistol and began firing at someone off screen in Finney's direction. At least 7 gunshots were heard as people ran for cover. The woman grabbed the camera and appeared to fall to the ground while the final shots were fired. The live stream was turned off by a police officer a few minutes later. The officers immediately ran towards that gunfire, and they found 2 victims who were laying on the sidewalk suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Under Sheriff Andrew Wall said our officers rendered medical aid to both victims, but their efforts to save their lives were unsuccessful and both victims were pronounced deceased at the scene. Wall said that the shooting is believed to be an isolated incident, noting that the suspect and the victim were engaged in some type of conflict involving social media. The exact circumstances of that dispute were not immediately clear. And no matter how you felt about how you was disrespected, how people came at you, this is why I try to avoid these things. And because of the simple fact it's going to go down is they got into it and they was beefing over some YouTube stuff that wasn't that serious. And egos get involved. You might think, hey, bro, I'm not finna risk my freedom of my life over this stuff. But the other guy, he might be up on that with you. And, you know, that's just how this game go. I hate to see this happen. Dog really crashed out. You really you let yourself, bro. You got to blame yourself for this, man. You took it there and now you lost it and it wasn't worth it. Turned itself in because he pretty much know it's over now. Once again, condolences to their families and their loved ones, man. Unfortunate situation. This should never.
I do agree with Urban Politician TV. I do agree with Ant the Spokesman that this situation is definitely something that could have been prevented. It's definitely something that went too far. But we're going to talk about outside of the obvious of the situation going too far. Stop playing with niggas online. Stop playing with niggas online. Stop playing with niggas on YouTube. Stop getting in people's spaces. Stop disrespecting people, all that. Playing with people's families and all that kind of stuff. You don't know how somebody going to respond to that, bro. You don't know how somebody going to respond to that. You never know when it could be your time for somebody to push play. Better yet, I say it to you like this. Everybody in the YouTube space, and I think like this all the time. You don't know who plotting on you right now. You know what you say to people. You know what you do to people. You don't know who plotting on you right now. That's a dangerous way to live. You can end up like Flacco and Wax, scared to come outside because you know that you expected something like this. With that being said, red dots to the left, you know the rest. It's dangerous out here in these YouTube streets, man. Let this be a lesson because you could be the lesson. Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We gone.